Hello friends, let's get started with the topic resources. There are different types of resources like natural resources, human resources and human as the resources. Now when we were talking about the first one, which is natural resources. Natural resources are classified into the four varieties like origin, renewability, stages of development and distribution. Now, let me define firstly what is natural resource. What are natural resources? Natural resources are which are going to come naturally, like soil, air, water, minerals, sunlight, plants and animals. Now, let me keep all these varieties of natural resources into number of categories. Like firstly, we go with the origin, how they have originated. So, it may be abiotic or they may be biotic. Now, what does mean by the abiotic?
Is that non-living things.
What is biotic? Biotic is talking about the living things. Now, let me keep all these things, whatever we have written as in name of natural resources, into the variety of categories. Now, what I can write here at the rate of abiotic, like it may be soil, just whatever the things I have written over there, I'm just putting according to the category. So right now, my examples I can write it like soil, water, air, minerals, sunlight. Okay, all these are abiotic. Now, let me categorize in the given natural resources into biotic. Like I can write it here, plants, animals. Clear? Now, let me go with the next category, renewability. Now, what is renewability? It defines that it can be regenerated. Now, in which I can write it in renewability, renewable and non-renewable. Now, what is renewable? As I said before, renewable can be regenerated. And when I am talking about non-renewability, that means it cannot be regenerated. It takes many years to regenerate. Now the same thing we will do here also from the following natural resources. Let me categorize them according to their renewability and according to their non-renewability. Now what I can write it here in renewability? I can write it here soil, water, sunlight, else more. Can anyone? Sunlight, okay, and minerals. Okay, non-renewable. Non-renewable cannot be regenerated. Now what I can write it here? Minerals. It takes many years to regenerate. When I am talking about minerals, it will take many years, many million years to regenerate. Now let me move on to the next category, which is stages of development. Now in which we have defined here potential resources and actual resources. Now what does you mean or we mean by the potential? Potential is like we know the natural resources are existing and we are not using them wisely. Like I can say that sun, okay, sun, solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, as we know that they found in a particular regions. But the thing is we are not using them in a wide manner. Why? Because as the installation charges of it is a bit higher. That is the reason why we are not, though we know that the potentiality is there with those resources, but still we are not using them. Now when we are talking about the actual resources, that means the resources are existing and we also using them. Okay, have you understood with the differences between both? Potential is having the potentiality with those resources, but still we are not using them in a wise manner. But actual resources, as we know that it is present and we are using them. Now what I can write it here, potential, as I gave you example, tidal energy, wind energy, solar energy. As we know that it is present abundantly, still we are not using them. Now Now, what can I write it here in actual resources? That the minerals which we found in the regions of, if I am talking specifically in India, so I can write it here, Chota Nagpur region and Rajasthan. So these specifical areas we are having minerals found. We know the potentiality of them and we are actually using them as well. Now moving ahead, next, last but not the least, distribution. How they are being distributed. All these natural resources, how they are being distributed. Is the earth is evenly distributed? Similarly, the India is evenly distributed? So the answer is no. Similarly, as the minerals also, the resources are also not evenly distributed. Now when we speak about these distribution especially, so they are being categorized into ubiquitous resources and localized resources. Now what I can say with the word ubiquitous, which is a new term, ubiquitous is like only at few areas only we find it. Okay, at specifically when we are talking about is air, which we find it everywhere. Correction. Okay, now localized. Localized is specifically at a particular place only we find it. Like specifically when we are speaking about few forest regions or few minerals that we find only at a particular regions. Like again I can say here the minerals are in India. If I am speaking about, we can write it Chota Nagpur region and the Rajasthan region where we find the minerals. So they are localized. So we know the word local means, so they find only at a particular region, not everywhere. When you are speaking about ubiquitous is all over. You find it everywhere. So that is air, that we find it everywhere. So these are the classifications of natural resources. So I hope you all have understood. Now as we have spoken already about the natural resources, now let me read few more resources which are there, like human resource and human made resource. Now when we are talking about the human resource, that means people, the human are the resources here. Like as we have spoken earlier, natural resources are many, like in name of air, water, sunlight, minerals, forest, all those are natural resources. Unless until human intervention is there, so those natural resources is not having a value. So who does give the value for those natural resources? The human will give the kind of a value for whatever the natural resources are existing in a particular country. Now when we speak about a human resource, that is human as a resource, now they can be derived by quality and the quantity of population. Now when I am saying about the quality, now what does the quality refers? Quality refers with the physical skills and the mental skills of the country, like the population of the country. Similarly, the word quantity is defining about the density of population, that how much of population is residing in a country. Now when I say that quality, as I have defined already, that it is physical and the mental skills. Now that means a population in a country need to have a good health as well as a good education. The education may be skilled education, semi-skilled education or whatever. So the population need to have a skill. They have to be educated. Now, as if I can take it as an example which is given stated in the textbook, that is Japan. Though the Japan is having the population less and the resources are less comparatively with the other countries, Japan is having less resources. But still, Japan is said to be as a developed country. Why it is been a developed country? Because they are having the kind of skilled population in their country. We never mind that it is not wrong that population, if it is more or the density of population is more, that cannot be said to be as a developed country. We didn't mean that. We just say that Population, however, may be less or low, less or more, but the thing is, quality is also simultaneously important. Okay, so let me define ultimately like what does the human resource is. Healthy and the skilled human population is the base of the economical prosperity of the country. So what will be the base of a country? What gives the economical prosperity? When a country is having a population of healthy as well the skilled people. If the human are well skilled with a very good health, so then that the country can be stated as a well prosperity with the economical stature. We can say that it is a well developed country. As now let me move on to the next, that is human made resources. That means the things which are ultimately have given a productivity like output. So that will be stated as the human made resource. Now as you may say that there are many factors that is influencing the growth of the things of human made resources for the productivity of the human made resources. Like what are the various elements that are being making influence on this productivity? That is physical, political, social, economical and technological. Now when I am talking about the physical means I can write as an example like the bridges, roads and railways. Like these are physically appeared. You can see that there is a road, you can see that there is a railway, you see that a bridge being there. So those all comes under the physical. Now what else more? Political. Now what is coming under the political aspect here? Talking about a stable government. A stable government. Now moving ahead, next social. That is like in society what the things will be utilized. Like can be said as schools and hospitals. Now going next with the economical. So economy is talking about money, that may be banking, trade and commerce. Finally, technology. That means what the technology involved. Electricity, water supply comes under the various technology. So here all these are made by the human. So you can see that the things, productivity, like we have elected the government, we have a stable government. As well physical, we have made bridges, we have roads, we have railways, which you can see there, that the final product which is talking about the physical appearance. Now talking about the social in the society, as we see in the name of schools, hospitals, community halls, gardens, park, libraries, all those. Economic, that is talking about making money. As in name of banking sectors, trading, commerce, all will come under the economic, which is also made by human. And technological, like we may have the electricity supply or we may have the water supply. All these are going to support, which are going to be a infrastructure for their benefit. So finally, that all these that we have seen will be stated to be as a human made resources. Thank you.